What's the creepiest urban legend you've ever heard? My wife grew up in St. Joseph, Michigan. On the outskirts of town was a long, creepy tunnel that ran under the highway. It was said that once you crossed to the other side of the tunnel, you entered melonhead territory. Melonheads were deformed people who would find your car, beat it with clubs, and drag you screaming into the dark, dense woods. Scared the shit out of her as a little girl when her older brother took her friend for a ride there. She took me once, and I agree it had a very ominous feel, but by then had mostly been converted to high-end housing. Still an interesting story, though. In my country, there was a half-human, half-snake that lurks in the basement and appears in the dressing rooms of a certain department store. Theirs were two celebrities who allegedly saw this and was said to be paid big bucks by the mall owner in order to keep it a secret. Despite this, it still became a big news when the said celebs revealed their experience after some time. Not sure if this is an urban legend, but it's scary as hell, at least to me. My grandmother used to tell it to all the kids in the neighborhood. My very Greek grandmother was incredibly superstitious. She always told me, whatever you do, never speak aloud in the dark. One time, I asked why. Because someone might just answer you. Definitely the Goat Man is told by Anansi. The Goat Man is already an urban legend, but that particular story, telling of an experience, perfectly distills the horror of it. A being that infiltrates a small group seemingly effortlessly and without question, but so non-human it only mimics speech without comprehension. Like an animal that had learned the trick of speaking, it rests in the uncanny valley of creatures. The stories about groups of inbred people living in isolated areas that will attack, eat, or screw anyone they catch, like Sawney Bean, The Hills Have Eyes, or Wrong Turn, have always creeped me out and made camping an uneasy chore for me. Black-eyed children ringing your doorbell and asking for something to drink while looking at you with their abyssal eyes and suddenly vanishing, in combination with the story of serial killers who felt welcome in houses because the door wasn't locked, still gives me the chills. 4 comments in this thread mentioning Kuchisake Onna, but the teke-teke, in terms of Japanese urban legends, scares the shit out of me more the first time I read about her. At least with the Kuchisake Onna. According to some versions, if you call her average, she'll stop to consider the meaning of your words, giving you time to get away. But the teke-teke chases you down upon seeing you and tries to dismember your lower body because she wants everyone to suffer the same pain she did getting her lower body dismembered from being run over by a train. Which of these legends is the scariest?